I would say you are.
You are.
I don't know where the.
All right. If I got beat up for burning a poppy, who'd be to blame?
If you burned a poppy.
If I went on Remembrance Sunday and burnt a poppy, and I got beaten up, who would get blamed?
The people, surely the people beating you up.
No. Why am I going to a place knowing I'm going to offend the people, doing something to incite them? It's called incitement. I'm telling you. You can't just go and incite people. No, look, the law allows you to do certain things, but there's sensibilities as well.
Agreed.
Yeah. Even though I have a right to insult people, yeah, doesn't mean I should exercise that right if I feel that by insulting them, I'm going to be hurting them and upsetting them and offending them.
As I say, Islam makes claims about itself.
What claim?
And it claims to be the revealed word of your God.
Right. So
I disagree.
So what? What do you believe? What do you believe?
I do not believe that Islam is the revealed word of God. God's truth.
Right, okay. Let me make it easy. I don't care what you believe.
Yeah, it's fine. But I don't care what you believe.
Good.
So where does that leave us?
Well, it means then if you don't care what I believe, you won't be saying anything about what I believe. But you do care what I believe.
I've said, because Islam makes pronouncements about itself and about the existence of others.
So what? Hinduism makes pronouncements about itself. Do you go around to the Hindu?
I've never heard a Hindu make a pronouncement that would affect me personally.
Why does Islam affect you personally? Why does Islam affect you personally?
I think we saw last week what
How's that affected you?
How's that affected you? You don't believe that in principle non-Muslims are at risk of violence because of...
No, you said it's affected you. I want to know how Islam has affected you personally.
Because we saw last week...
How has Islam affected you? First thing, we don't even know if that geezer was a Muslim. So we don't even know. We don't know. No, so let's put that. It may have been whomever. We don't know. All right, but let's. You just made a statement that Islam affects you personally, and I just want to know how Islam affects you personally. Does anybody make you pray 5 times a day?
No.
Does anybody prohibit you from drinking alcohol?
No.
Okay. So give me one way Islam affects you personally. Just one. If not, you need to apologise for what you said.
Yeah.
Fair enough?
That is fair enough.
Right, give me the one way then.
No, there is no way yet that Islam has stopped me.
No. You said no. I'm not going to allow you to stop beeping. Right? You said Islam affects you personally, and just give me one way Islam has affected you personally. Just one way.
Well, for the instances of violence that we've seen in this park.
How has that affected you?
You don't believe that my being here is...
You're not answering the question, man. I'm asking how's it affected you personally. Do you know what personally means? It means affected you.
So if I'm not bodily harmed...
I'll give you an example. Okay. Hindus are killing my Muslim brothers and sisters.
They are, yes.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Does that mean I go up to Hindus and blame them all?
No, of course not.
Right, is it affecting me personally?
No,
it's not. Okay. So tell me one way Islam is affecting you personally, or just retract your statement and apologise. I think just retract your statement and apologise, mate. I'll just be honest, man.
From what I've seen here, standing here, when the Christian preachers, I've seen Muslims.
Okay. Can I just say, are you a Christian preacher? Are you a Christian preacher?
No, I'm not a Christian.
Are you a Christian?
I'm not a Christian.
Right. So why are you talking about Christian preachers?
Because I'm citing that as an example.
Well, then it's nothing to do with you.
I'm trying to give you an example.
There's nothing to do with you.
But it draws a parallel to what
it's got nothing to do with you.
No, well, why is that? I'm not saying it does. I'm citing that as an example.
But it's not affected you personally.
Muslims offended by what the Christians claim.
How's that affected you?
I think you're being disingenuous there.
No, I think you're being No. I think you realise what you said is a nonsense statement, and for some reason, pride and arrogance is stopping you accepting that point, and you need to swallow it because what you said was ridiculous.
It's not pride. Sorry, it could be.
It's ridiculous.
It could be ignorance.
I'm actually going to go further than ridiculous. It's absurd. What you said. Are you an atheist?
I am an atheist.
You think with logic, rationale, reason? You think with logic, rationale, reason?
I don't know if that's always the case.
You don't? So you think emotionally on times?
Sort of times, yeah, you must do. Most people do.
Oh, okay. So okay, all right. So I'm going to give you the caveat now. Are you going to admit that that outburst you made earlier was just an emotional statement and you can't support it with any reason or logic? Take it back.
Ill thought.
Just take it back. Just take it back. Come on. Don't feel so proud. Just take it back.
Can you repeat what I said?
Yes. You said Hinduism doesn't affect me personally. That's what you said. And I said to you, how does Islam affect you personally?
So you said, you asked me, how does Islam as far as I'm
No, it started up. No. The conversation started. No. Here's how the conversation started. The conversation started this way. You said Islam makes pronouncements about itself.
He does.
Right.
The Quran does.
All right. My response to you was Hinduism makes pronouncements about itself. Agreed. I said to you, why are you not protesting against Hindus? And you said, well, Hinduism hasn't affected me personally. I said to you, has Islam affected you personally? And you said, yes. So I asked you then, demonstrate how it's affected you personally, and you just scrabbled in the sky. So I would do this thing. Just think, just because you said something in the heat of the moment, right? Just look, please, just do me a favour. Just demonstrate some intellectual honesty and just take it back and just say it was an emotional statement. I can't support it, and I'll be honest with you, I don't know why I said it.
But surely Islam makes pronouncements against someone like me as an atheist.
No, it doesn't. You know what the Quran says about you? Let those who believe, and let those who don't. Done. Have you read the Quran?
I've tried both the Bible and the Quran.
No, have you read the Quran?
I've tried to. No, I have not.
Right. So if you read the Quran, you can see clearly that Allah basically says, let those who believe, and let those who disbelieve. Leave them for a day that's been promised. And the angels will say to you on that day, when they lay you out, this is the day you were promised. But it's not a problem for you because you think it's all hocus pocus anyway, so it's not a problem. But what I'm saying to you is this. So me as a Muslim, we have a beautiful verse in the Quran, a beautiful surah. I'm going to give it to you, yeah? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين. Which means, say to the disbeliever, you. Listen.
Sorry, no, wait a minute. I don't speak Arabic.
I'm going to give you the English.
Why does English? How do you know English is a reasonable translation?
Are you English? Are you English?
Yeah, but
all right.
How do I know what you are saying?
All right.
What you've said.
All right.
You're translating that.
I'm going to tell you. Yeah, I'm translating. Oh, okay, here's an idea. Surah Al-Kafirun. It's called Surah Al-Kafirun. Okay. It's the verse of the unbeliever. All right. Go and do your research. Google it. All right. I'm going to tell you now what the English meaning is. Next time I see you, I want you to tell one word that I got wrong. Yeah?
Okay.
All right. Say to the disbelievers, you believe in what you believe, and I believe in what I believe. I'll never worship what you worship, nor shall you worship what I worship. To you, your way, to me, mine. That's what the Quran says about you.
Okay.
So there's no pronouncements against you in the Quran for being an atheist. What the pronouncements against you in the Quran are is use your brain. That's in the Quran. Minimum understanding, contemplate, reflect.
So in practice though,
all right, I'm a practicing Muslim. In practice, what?
In practice, some Muslims.
I don't care about some Muslims. Some Muslims drink alcohol.
Should I care?
Some Muslims drink alcohol. What's your point?
I don't care if some Muslims misinterpret what you.
Okay, but that wasn't your point. That wasn't your point. Your point was Islam.
Why?
Islam. So I want to know the teaching of Islam, yeah, that affects you personally. I just want to know it. You haven't got one, I'm telling you haven't got one.
If a Muslim misinterprets
that's got nothing to do with Islam.
And enacts on his own will.
I'm going to make it easy for you.
Is it his
Listen to me. There are Muslim drug dealers.
There are
Muslim grooming gangs.
Yeah.
Literally. Right? There are Muslims who drink alcohol.
Yeah.
There are Muslims who do haram. There's Muslims who kill people. Got nothing to do with Islam. Judge Islam by the teachings of Islam.
Have you blamed? Surely in the past I've heard you blame Christians.
Blame Christians?
Wrongdoing.
What have I blamed? Oh, one second. When have I ever blamed a Christian for anything?
No, that was. I was
sure, in the past.
Be
careful with your words.
Yeah.
Because you've already said something that's complete nonsense. and you're going to say another thing that was complete nonsense.
You're an expert at jumping on words, Sam, so I'll give you that.
I'm an expert at smelling bullshit. Expert. Yeah?
Bullshit.
I smell waffle and I smell
What is
Fraggles.
bullshit? Surely bullshit is deliberate dishonesty.
No, bullshit is when someone's saying something that's literally bullshit. It's nonsense. It's rubbish. It doesn't deserve even looking at. And I'll be honest with you, you're better than that. I know you're better than that. I've had conversations with you. So for you to come out with this emotional statement, I know it was an emotional statement. Everyone's hype about what happened last week. But you're the last person I thought would come out with that. Honestly.
Thank you for that.
Well, it's true. I've had conversations with you. We've had reasonable conversations together. For you to come out and say that, bro, your emotion is like through the roof, man. But now you just made another claim. You said I blame Christians for something. What did I blame you for?
I suggested
No, well, you started.
all
right.
I didn't.
Okay, one second. What have I suggested? So what have I suggested Christians blamed for? What?
It's not collectively. What I've heard here in the debate.
No, don't tell me if you heard here with Muslims. You said me.
I didn't mean you.
You didn't mean me. All right. So why are you talking to me about what other people say? Because I don't care.
Because what other people do, surely
because
affects
I'm not
us.
accountable. I'm not accountable for what other people say. I'm accountable for what I say and do.
Surely not when you're reading from a text taken.
There are Muslims who read from the same text who drink alcohol, who have sex outside of marriage. And what? Don't pray and what? Don't fast and what? They still call themselves Muslims. But Islam, what does Islam say about the one who drinks alcohol? It's haram. It's forbidden. You know, I had that conversation about grooming gangs. I asked the person, tell me one teaching in Islam that allows me to ply young girls with drugs and alcohol and pass them around for sex. There's nothing in Islam that permits such a thing. Nothing. So you can't hold Islam accountable for something it doesn't teach. You just can't do it. Now, if you're a Christian making these claims, because they're very emotional, that is one thing I will say. Christians don't think with logic, their mind is in a box. I'll say that unequivocally. But you're supposed to be an atheist. You're supposed to think with ration, logic, reason, and you just binned it all.
Maybe I'm not a good speaker.
It's not about speaking. Right? If you're not a good speaker, then don't say things that you can't support. You'll never hear me say one